This is Andy.
And I'm Joe.
And you are watching The Andy Show. These are clips from our past. We have collected and curated them. I hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoyed making them.
If you'd like to see episodes as they air, live, sometimes, not really live.
Very rarely.
No, it's rarely live.
Very rarely.
On occasion.
Yeah, but you can't see them. Yeah.
If you want to see them as they're released, then go to theandyshow.tv and sign up to be a patron of the show.
And if we really like the way that you're watching them, we may have a birthday surprise for you.
Maybe.
So I can't swim. So,
that would be terrifying. Yeah.
As a kid, we used to have to... I went to summer day camp. My parents worked full-time, and so I would have to spend my summers with just god-awful, mean teenagers that were our camp counselors and a bunch of kids that I had nothing in common with.
None of them were swim instructors?
And I was... as I was a chubbier kid, and so the feelings of having to go to a place where I don't know how to swim and walk around not wearing a shirt all day and being embarrassed was just about the worst. We would go to the beach. That's what it was called in Mason. Okay. We've gone over this. Come to the beach. The song, we've played it on the show before.
To the beach.
So we would go to the beach in Mason, and I would be absolutely miserable the whole time. Hot, can't swim. All the other kids, for some reason, it seemed like everyone that I went to day camp with had millions of dollars to spend at these things. And this is not my parents' fault, but they did not strap me with like $100 to go to the beach. But all the other kids had like disposable cash at 8, and they would go buy Slurpees and fun shit in the gift shop and everything. And I had like my, sandwich in a bag situation. Yeah. And again, in retrospect, parents were doing it right, but I certainly was upset about it at the time.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go have Slurpees. I wanted to be able to swim. I wanted to not feel bummed out about having to walk around my shirt off. So this all culminates in one of my favorite stories where I almost drowned because I decided, oftentimes when I was a kid, I would do things in my mind in the mode of being in a film, and then that was the moment where the downtrodden character was going to face his fears and do the thing that you thought he couldn't do.
Right.
An example of this is when we were little kids. You may not remember this, but you were teasing me for not eating vegetables because I didn't at our old house, and I grabbed a big chunk of what is it? What's the white stuff? The cauliflower raw, and ate the head of that, and then puked, and it was incredibly embarrassing and made it much worse. I should have just let you tease me about not eating vegetables, but I thought, I'll show you.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun, and I was going to eat it, and that was gross. So similarly, I said, I know I don't know how to swim. I know all these kids aren't necessarily my friends, but I'm going to show them what I can. I'm going to swim. So I went into the wave pool when it was still. I didn't realize it was the wave. I didn't know what the wave pool meant. And I went all the way to the deep end doing the 1 foot, like where you keep bouncing. Keep my head above water. And I get to the deep end and then... And the waves start, and immediately I am underwater.
Sure.
And I can't swim. And so I am ultimately saved by a lifeguard who once I am...
That's not embarrassing.
No, everyone's watching. Not only that, once I come to... and I'm spitting out the water and everything, I am then made fun of by the lifeguard. Who says, look at this dumb kid. Why the hell would you go into the wave pool if you can't swim? Which is a fair point.
You'd think he'd be prepared to deal with that in a nice way.
He did not.
Wait till after everyone leaves and talk to your coworkers about it. I saved this idiot.
He was a real jerk. And again, I was like 8, so he was mean. And then we got back in the fucking school bus and drove back, and it was miserable. I was all covered in wet.
Yeah,
gross. So when I think about water parks, full misery.
Well, I had a blast.
Okay. Look. Teach their own.
Did you regret waiting so long to go to the water park, Joe?
I did. The nice thing about it, though, because I can relate to not wanting to show off the body.
Yeah, the bodice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to show off Jesse Ventura, much less.
I brought him with me everywhere, but I wasn't one to show him off.
People think I'm bragging.
Yeah. Have you seen? You know what? Never mind.
The nice thing about going when you're 32 is I don't give. Who have I tried to impress?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It was great.